Good evening, my friend. Good evening. For any of those who watched my last video, or one of my last two videos, in which I mentioned what happens is the bubble bursts. Well, what about? Well, I said, you see, 13 is not lucky or unlucky. It's just that when this world is over, there is no 13. Just like there is no 7. There's only a 1 and a 2. So what happens to 13? Who is 13? 13 is man. Man of love. A bar. A rabbi. Why? Figure it out yourself. What is 13? What happens to 13? Why does 13 disappear? Because 13 becomes 12. Okay? 13 becomes 12. Oh, come on, cat. I can't do this if you do that. So 13 becomes 12. So what happens to 13? Because now we just have 6 odd and 6 even in the 12 tribes. Number 13, the drum roll, please. Does anybody know the color of the 13 ball and pool? Is it not an orange color? You see, the heavens is number 8, which is the black ball, which makes the division, which both sides in the pool game, both sides are trying to go after the 8 ball. Okay, whether you want to call one end heaven and the other earth, whether you want to say it's the evil against the good, it's irrelevant. The 13 ball and the 5 ball are the same color. So the 13 goes away and the 13 ends up to be the 5. That's why I said the avatar in the center of your telephone is the number 5, and we are the 5 angel of the one spirit, okay, of God. That's who we are. So let's see if I can remember this. So anyways, it becomes the 5. So we are the 5. It's orange. The sun is orange. I mean, it's just, I don't know how I can explain it any better than this. It's the heavens. The difference between all the ball colors is 8. Okay, and the 5 is the 13. And man is stripes, of course, but the spirit heaven has no stripes. It's a solid. So man, instead of being the 13, which is the letter M, he becomes the 5. And now you know everything about L. The L letter and the E sound, because before a lot of these French words, is because the E and the M have the same significance in 2 different worlds. And anyways, the 5 ball, well, is a 5 digit. But the similarity ball, which is the 13 ball, 1 plus 3 creates only the 4 added digit together. 5 and 4, love, the foxhole, boom, boom, bang, communication, we got it all. I have not written down half as much as what I said. But if you want to know anything about 90 degrees, well, on a clock, if you make 90 degrees, the arms would open up and it would be 90 minutes after the hour and 90 minutes before the hour. If you stood up 2 arms at 12 o'clock and went 90 degrees, you would be at 3 o'clock. Or you would be at 9 o'clock on the other side. Birth or creation, birth or creation. You see the way the line's going this way and the other one goes this way? Those are the 2 ways, that's the cross of Christ. I don't say anything that's wrong. I'm just telling you that the numbers constantly connect. I didn't do it. Did you? Did you? Did you do it, cat? I want to know if you've been doing it. Have you been fucking with my brain? Someone's been screwing with my brain. I know someone's been screwing with my brain. Let me see a mirror image, if we can say. Who's been fucking with my brain? Oh my God, it's the Creator, oh Lord. Oh Lord sends the body of Christ down to this planet. Very soon, my friends, this is the time. This is the most exciting time. Don't you know it's spring? In 6 months or 7 months, we're at the Mayans, where they say the earth is going to turn, the Illuminatis are going to come in, the bankers are going to take over, we're all going to start to suffer. And then when this is happening and you no longer have a computer because you're one of them that got taken away, you'll start to think, why didn't I listen? Why didn't you listen? I'm going to tell you why you didn't listen. Because there were 10,000 other nuts like me out there, but they didn't have a leg to stand on. I have the leg to stand on. The leg I stand on is all these words I speak, all the numbers connect. If they wouldn't connect, I wouldn't use them. Thumbs up, only got two, right? Think I only got two thumbs, right? Well, guess what? When you got a singularity stick, right? My dick stands straight up between the two, but it leans over towards the right arm. Does that mean my right arm is better than my left arm? That's just a little bit of a clue I'm giving you to something else. So like I said, we're going back to pool, and I told you the 13 doesn't exist. The letter M can be split apart. You can see two sticks, one on each side, and the V in the center, standing for Roman numerals, the ones, 1 and 1, or 1 and a V, which making 4, and a V and a 1, making a 4, 1, which making a 5, 1. I just erased that. A 1 stick and a V, making it to be a 4, or a V and a 1 stick, making it to be a 6. But if you add up each individual situation, you'll get a lot more than 6. You'll end up with 15. You end up with 15 at the end, basically. And that's the egg. That's the center of your telephone. That's Jupiter. Screw that. Jew. Oh, I don't want to hear about the Jews. But it's Jew. What about the Jews? You know why this is the Jews' planet? Do you really want to know why this is the Jews' planet? You know why this is the Jews' planet? Because we're on Jupiter. We're all fucking Jews. We just separated in religion be based on the differences throughout time. It's the juice planet. The planet with the juice. The planet with the extra money, the extra this, a little more of this, a little more of this. It's no longer in the animal planet. We're in the planet of juice. Okay? But then they say, oh, it's not fair. You talk about the Jew because you're a Jew. Well, then again, let's talk about the angel resident, the letter R. The letter R, angel resident, okay, happens to be part of the Arab family. R belongs to them. It's there. They're the representative of the angel resident. So this is a Jew Earth. They're the representative of the angel resident. And we'll move on, and we'll move on. And I'll split down and break up every single party of this whole world until everybody starts to learn that you have to know what reality is. Because there's a lot of whatever high monarchies and governments that are pushing their way through people that want to be free. And yes, in a way, we should be a little bit more free in certain areas. And in other areas, we have to understand there's a limit to freedom. Okay, but don't misunderstand me. Not taking freedom away, but like I said, you can't whip out a joint in the metro station and start smoking it. Basically, that's one of the laws of freedom you got to sort of abide. You know what I'm saying? You can't go into your friend's house and smoke a joint at the supper table if she doesn't allow it. That'd be breaking her law. You see, these are the liberties. You know what I'm saying? But if you want to be out for a, you know, sit in the park and smoke a joint, well, if you're not near anybody and you're hiding out, it's okay, it's cool. Don't let anybody see. It's when people start to see that the laws start to pop up. And that's one of the reasons I'm the only guy who got a ticket in the park one summer and got a ticket driving and eating ice cream on the highway the next summer. But that's okay. A lot of bad things happen to me. Thank God I got enough money, juice, to get me 3. The juice, everybody wants a little juice. Try to mention juice. I want to know something. Je. I say it in French. Je. Je means something like a game, to play. And juice is what you bet on, or the vig of what you get. So they're always interrelated very, very closely to what has to do. Don't think of the Jewish person. Don't think of the Hebrew. Break down these letters and find out why they're there. There's something in the Mediterranean so great where the Arabs and Palestinians and Israelis are, and they should all just share with the rest of their friends in the Middle East like one big family. We were picked up from one area in the Middle East as Jews, then shoved in another area, and nobody knows the actual reality. But isn't it funny? Yerev Israel was always there. They brought it back for some reason. So you see, if the evil didn't exist, maybe we never really would have got back Israel at all. Now that we have it back, and we seem to be pretty good at giving out liberties, I think now that Israel should share and invite their Palestinian neighbors. But it doesn't matter whose land it is. Don't shit it up. Don't fuck it up. Don't screw it up. Harmonize within and harmonize along the fences and borders. We cannot have prosperity if we do not understand to learn at the beginning what harmonization is all about. We must understand what it means to have a smooth glide when the motor in the car, okay, ka-kink, ka-kink, ka-kink. Eventually, we all know it ka-kinks and breaks everything in pieces. If you slap your buddy and you don't answer him why and tell him, hey, bud, you should know why. But he doesn't know why, because his thinking and your thinking are not the same. But wait a second, your buddy's got to say, okay, was I using my brain and saying that to him? Was I using my mind and saying that to him? Why did I say it? But there's a good amount of people that say, I know I'm right. Fuck you. What kind of bullcrap it is? You know what I'm saying? There's somehow, some reason, we know there's a chance we can always be wrong. Okay? But sometimes it really doesn't make a difference to have this little nit chat about it. And sometimes it does make the difference, because if we don't discuss what I'm just talking about right now, when it comes time to the truth within the discussion, in which we bring this up so we can go a little bit deeper into understanding the way others think. It's just insane. It's just insane, because what I'm telling you all now, I think it's fantastic. I just love what I told you. I think it's the greatest thing in the world. And somebody's going to come back and say it's not. And I'm going to say to myself, okay, give me 5 minutes. Oh, no, don't give me 5 minutes. Help me out. Show me. Prove to me why it's not. If you can't exactly prove to me that it takes away a libertarian freedom, and it shows equality actually with just a basic difference, then in all actuality, your mind is not broad enough. We must keep our minds broad. And the word broad is the archangel beta, okay, residence of this world. And it stands for the year 2014, the month of October, I don't know, 14th, 4th. It keeps coming up the 4th and the 14th. And I already explained to you once, but for those who haven't been here before, October is the 4, 6, 2, 8, 10, 10 total connection. The 4 are the 4 sides of the dice we live. We have the ceiling and the roof and the 8 directions we go around on the dice. Life is the way it is. We must make corrections. For the first time in my mind, I thought and I know that I have a little bit of money one day. $20,000 right here. And I'm laying it all that Christ is coming. Put it all on the table. What are we going to bet on? 21 or number 5? Because that might just be you. Somehow I think Trinity ends with 1, 3, 5. Because man is the 5, coming from this world is the 13, out of the egg suit. Okay? Out of the egg suit. Because I told you, he is 6 man, is 5 angel and 1 spirit. So I hope I just didn't screw myself up. So yeah. So now we know we have the spirit or we have the God, right? And we have the beta and we have the man. So that would actually say to me 1, 2, 5. And if you go back into this video or the other video, 1, 2, 5 is the mug and Duffet lines, crossing over, making the 10, 10 by 1 and 9, 2 and 8, 3 and 7, 4 and 6, only in series of 3 lines, no more than 3 lines. And you would have 1, 2, 5, 5 times 5 times 5, passage through the 5 of your telephone or calculator in a Rubik's Cube shape like fashion. And you get 125 or 5.125, which is the short count of the Mayan calendar, 125. Not only that, we're going to change on to something else that we also get 135, because if everything is even, is gone, because there's no other man like man. You all become your own individual selves in the own world, right? So there is no 2, 4, 6, 8. Who do you appreciate? There's only 1, 3, and 5. That's who you are. That's how you became to be who you are. 1, 3, and 5. Okay? The Creation Passage is 3 and 5, which is down in Kansas City, and the other part is down somewhere near Las Vegas. Anyways, 135, the first letter, the third letter, and the fifth letter, ACE. Ace. You end up to be an ace on a 45-degree angle. Anyways, we're going to cut it short here. There's so much, and I'm not precise. There's a few things that I sort of just slip in there and don't explain to you because it would take so much explanation to explain what I see, my visions of everything. That, you know what, one day when it's time to broaden the mind will be broadened. And I thank you. I am Raphael, 7286. Let's take away 27 from 72, 62, 52. That would be 45, the pass, the foxhole, and 86, take away 27, 86, 76, 66, 59. 5 and 9 have the same letter count and represents the number 2 and 4, which is angel, man, and the passage is a combination. 7286. Thank you.